There comes a moment in every man's life when he stands at a crossroads, not in front of a crowd, not in some dramatic movie scene, but in silence, alone, in his own mind. It's that quiet moment when a choice presents itself. Give in or stay the course. Compromise or keep the oath. Back down or double down. That single moment, unnoticed by the world, is where most men lose the battle before it even begins. This is not about being violent or aggressive toward others. This is about being absolutely ruthless with your discipline, with your time, with your focus. It's about choosing your mission over your mood, over distractions, over other people's opinions. This is about becoming a man who doesn't negotiate with his excuses. Because here's the truth. If you're not committed to your own path, you will become a pawn in someone else's. If you don't respect your own word, you'll never command the respect of others. And if you break your oath to yourself, you break the foundation of your own confidence. Let me ask you something. How many times have you said, "This is the year I change my life," only to end up in the same cycle? How many times have you promised yourself you'll hit the gym, quit that habit, start that business, save that money, walk away from the toxicity, and then when it got a little uncomfortable, you folded? Not because life hit you too hard, but because you let someone or something outside of you hold more power than your own inner oath. That's the problem. That's where it all begins to unravel. Most men don't fail because they don't have goals. They fail because they don't respect the oath they made to themselves. They don't treat it as sacred. They treat it as optional. They treat it like a wish, not a vow. And over time, each time they break that oath, even in the smallest ways, they train their mind to believe they're not serious. They train their subconscious to expect betrayal, not from others, but from within. And once that self-trust is gone, confidence vanishes. Without confidence, everything falls apart. Your posture, your voice, your ability to lead, your willingness to take risks. You start seeking validation because you no longer believe in your own internal compass. You start negotiating your values just to fit in or be liked. And suddenly, you've traded your mission for someone else's comfort. You've betrayed the man you were meant to become, just to be accepted by people who wouldn't even notice if you failed. The world doesn't owe you understanding. Your goals don't care how tired you are. Your potential doesn't wait around while you overthink it. You must become ruthless, not toward others, but toward anything that tries to pull you away from your mission. Ruthless with your distractions. Ruthless with your time-wasting habits. Ruthless with people who expect you to break your own standards just to please them. Because the man who honors his own oath becomes unstoppable. This isn't about being cold-hearted. This is about being clear-headed. When you make a decision to transform, you are making a spiritual oath, a sacred bond with your future self. You're saying, "I will not be the man I used to be. I will not repeat the same weakness. I will not let this life pass me by while I'm still breathing." But that oath will be tested. Life will test it. Women will test it. Friends will test it. Comfort will test it. And that's exactly why most men give up. They never expected to be tested so fiercely. They thought making the plan was enough. But the truth is, every goal worth chasing will challenge your patience, your loyalty, and your ability to keep showing up when the results are invisible. That's where most people fold. That's where they say, "It's not working." But the man who holds the line, who remains loyal to the oath even when no one is clapping, even when no one understands, he forges a new identity. He begins to build a type of confidence that can't be faked, bought, or borrowed. A confidence that comes from alignment between word and action. And once you've got that, no one can take it from you. So how do you get there? The solution isn't complicated, but it's not easy. It starts with one thing: making your word law. From this moment forward, whatever you tell yourself you're going to do, you do it. No debates, no delays, no negotiation. You treat every promise to yourself like a contract. You wouldn't lie in a job interview or show up late to court. So why do you keep lying to yourself and showing up late to your own destiny? When you say you'll wake up early, wake up early. When you say you'll stop watching garbage that kills your drive, stop. When you say you'll hit the gym 5 days a week, show up, even if you're tired. Especially if you're tired. Because every act of discipline is a message to your mind. I am a man who finishes what I start. Then you cut out the noise. You stop explaining yourself to people who don't have the same vision. You stop accepting invitations to energy-draining conversations and activities. You stop tolerating people who mock your discipline because they're too lazy to find their own. You draw lines in your life, and you keep them sharp. Some people will say, "You've changed." Good. That means it's working. Let them gossip. Let them roll their eyes. Let them call you obsessed. While they party, you'll build. While they complain, you'll train. While they sleep, you'll grind. And one day, they'll come back wondering how you did it. You'll know how. You kept your oath. That's the real power. That's how a man becomes confident. Not by faking swagger, not by chasing validation, but by knowing deep down he is aligned with who he says he is. No lies, no shame, no hiding. And if you mess up along the way, that's fine. Get back up. Don't stay down. Don't stay stuck in guilt or self-hate. Every man stumbles, but not every man rises. The difference is in the response. Weak men wallow. Strong men return to the path. They reaffirm the oath. They renew the fire. They refuse to die as versions of themselves they no longer respect. You don't owe anyone an apology for choosing excellence. You don't need permission to become someone better. Your path is yours. And if it means walking alone, so be it. Lions don't move in packs. Titans don't ask for handouts. Leaders don't look around to see who's clapping. They move forward through resistance, through misunderstanding, through the storm, because they have made a vow. So today, make yours. Write it down. Burn it into your memory. Let it become your shield in the battle ahead. Say it. I will not betray myself. I will keep the promises I make. I will be ruthless with anything that weakens me. I will become the man I was born to be, no matter what it takes. Because that oath is the beginning of a new life. Not one built on excuses, not one built on fear, but a life built on discipline, a life built on honor, a life built on truth. And once you've built it, no one can take it from you. If you made it until here, leave a crown emoji in the comments. I want to see how many of you reach the end and are truly willing to finish what they start. And remember, live with honor or die a coward. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and stay strong.